Well. It was an interesting day. What's up, guys? How was everybody doing? Chano here, back to do post-market analysis. Pretty much just go over some stuff today. It took 2 attempts. I pretty much lost in the day. If you go on the Discord, you'll see on the executed trades. Basically, what ended up happening was this pink arrow right here. It's probably really small. Let me see if I can zoom in on it and show you guys real quick. Basically, what ended up happening here was I took a short in the chance that I believed this was also in conjunction with the EMA clouds, which I'll go over in another video. But the EMA clouds was made by a guy named Ripster. You can follow him on Twitter. A friend had recommended it to me to use as a way to gauge if the market's going to trend or not. And that's pretty much what I use to get into trades and to exit into trades, play stops. That's why the stop is here. And that's why it's kind of like in this area, which is crazy because this thing did test midpoint and then rejected it. But regardless, I mean, I did the right thing. I got stopped out. I took 2 attempts at this trade and didn't work out. The first stop was the first one I cut because I was like, there's probably not going to be any move here because we're in a chop zone. And pretty much I was right. I mean, we ended up chopping, and then I think news broke out at 1:30 with Powell talking. I don't really look at news too much because for me it's just too much noise personally. But if you think that news helps you, then go for it, right? So basically, we ended up selling off. I think the NQ was about 4%. This whole move here was about 304 points. Pretty wild stuff, you know. This market has been insane in terms of volume and action and all these things. But if we look at the daily chart, we still have a gap here and we have another gap here. This thing has been gapping back and forth, and it's going to be interesting to see what moves are going to be made. We personally don't know. Sorry, notification. We personally don't know where the market's going to go, right? Everyone always says, oh, the market's going to do this, the market's going to do that. We don't know. And that's something you have to have, like this mentality where you can't predict the future. All you can do is manage your risk, know your edge, and play your edge when it's there. My edge just simply wasn't there today. I think this is MES, it's not MNQ. Apologize for that. My edge wasn't there, and it's just one of those things where you kind of just want to stay out. And I had all this. The system basically told me to go short, and I did, right? We were below zero price, below midpoint, below this midpoint, and this midpoint is just a target area of price. And the trade did play out, but it was later in the day, and that's just something that for me, I currently struggle with, is just walking away and being okay with it. But today, I did it, and I was really proud of that. You have to also understand too, if I came back into the market, I said, no, I'm right on this trade, I'm basically building a habit in the future to allow myself to do that. And that's the discipline when it comes to being an intraday trader, swing trader, and all that stuff, is you have to adhere to these rules at all times. There's no, I can just let this go one time. You do it one time, you're going to do it all the time. So with that being said, you know, what do I think is going to happen tomorrow? I have no idea. Tomorrow is Thursday. It's the last day of trading week. Friday is Good Friday, so we're going to have the markets off. I mean, you could have chop. There's also a chance that we could just, you know, rally this thing back up, right? Or sell it off. Who knows? All I know is trade your system, follow your process, build the good habits. And in this market, you want to trade small size. It's not fun. It's not sexy. But this is how we trade. This is how we execute. And I hope you guys have a great day. And for those who are Catholic, because I am Catholic, I hope you guys have a great Friday. So I'll see you guys next week.